Welcome to JGod Gaming. In today's video I wanted to focus on how to spawn trap on the map Aachen in Call of Duty World War II. In my opinion, there are multiple different ways to spawn trap and there's different definitions of spawn trapping. One popular one is where you can actually see the character model appear right in front of you and spawn right in front of you, and that's one form of spawn trapping, which is pretty awful, but it happens in the game depending on what map you're on. There's also another one where pretty much the enemy team has to push out of the spawn, but they really don't have much options in the way of cover, so they're just a sitting duck kind of coming off of that spawn. In this particular video, the two game modes I'm going to be looking at are Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag. The reason why I chose these two specific ones is Team Deathmatch has a few different modes that align with this one as far as the spawns go. Domination's part of that, kill confirmed, and then obviously Team Deathmatch is a part of this. So those kind of have similar spawns. Hardpoint is kind of a weird one because it really depends on where the hardpoint location is. And then the other mode I'm going to be looking at is Capture the Flag, since that one aligns very heavily with Gridiron. So there's a couple different modes that'll cover different spawn traps on different ways. So on the screen you can see a red line with a few different numbers, and each of the numbers represent where someone should either be standing or someone's going to be spawning from. For TDM, you want to stand in the locations 1, 2, and 3, because if you push beyond that red line, you'll actually flip the spawns. And for a spawn trap, you don't want the spawns to flip. They're going to be coming out of 4 and 5 and won't have much cover. So as long as you control that area, they'll continue to push to that area. Once you notice the spawns flip, you got to go ahead and push to the other side. So I go ahead and rotate all the way to the next spawn trapping location, and those are on the screen as well. So for this one, the same thing holds true. You want to be positioned at 1, 2, or 3, ideally in the specific order that you see there, because they will be pushing out of 4, 5, and 6. So as long as you don't cross that red line, they'll continue to spawn there. At a certain point, the teammates do cross over that line and they do flip the spawn, but when you're at 1, you can actually see both entry points and exit points of the buildings, so that you can actually spawn trap in that sense solo. So the teammates flip the spawn, so now on to Capture the Flag. One of the greatest things about Capture the Flag is you can actually double your score by actually holding onto the flag. So for a spawn trap, it's not necessary, but keep in mind that if you do have the flag, you can actually stack up your streaks rather quickly. So and with the bots, I went and made sure I grabbed the flag, so you can do that. And then I go up to that corner position. But if there are people positioned at 1, 2, 3, and 4, the only place the enemy team will spawn from is 5. And pretty much they have 0 cover funneling out of that room. And the spawns won't flip because this is Capture the Flag. You might get one stray or a couple stray people spawn in the opposite end of the map. It's very rare, but that's only in the case where someone is in all of these positions, since they all have nowhere left to spawn. So pretty much right here, I stay in the same position and the spawns don't flip. I go on a crazy kill streak and then I actually end the game, so the spawns, I can do it on the other side. But now I'll fast forward to the other side, and pretty much what you can see here is they get in that same position solo. But ideally you want people in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then pretty much they'll be forced to spawn out of that corner. And they won't really have much chance because there's not a lot of cover coming out of there. As long as the people have a pretty good shot, you're going to be able to line up everyone. Right here I was just calling in a crazy amount of UAVs just so I can have the UAVs up the entire time. But pretty much your enemies are only going to spawn in 4 and 5 and 6, pretty much where you're at. So as long as you stay in this position, you should have a good positioning. As long as you have good gun skill, you're going to be able to hold this down for quite a while. And they're only going to spawn from one location, so as long as you keep this up, you should be able to stack up some good streaks and tear them up pretty much. That's kind of all you can say about that. Let me know down in the comments section what you thought of this video, or maybe a suggestion for a future video that you'd like me to do on the next map, or whatever the case is. Go ahead and drop a like if you did enjoy the video and are still watching, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember to have those notifications on, or follow me on Twitter so you can see when I'm going to post my next video. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.